Hi guys, so today we're back to the squat flow, so try and spend more time in the deep squat position, working through different movements. Idea is to build up strength and mobility just by spending more time in the position, playing around with different shapes. First of all, we've got a little challenge to get you warmed up. What we're going to do is a little candlestick, so arms behind your head if you can, if not, keep them down by your side, alright? So from there, your arms behind your head, you're going to lift up, nice and tall, into a candlestick. Tuck one leg, and then we're going to roll through our back, up on one foot, and then stand up, alright? So it's a little silly challenge. It'll get you moving, and for any of you trying to learn a pistol squat, it's a good way to start practicing getting up into that shape, right? It will help build a lot of strength as well, especially when you get into that bottom position and standing back up. Right, so we're going to go into the squat flow next, so spending time in the squat, trying to build mobility and strength, just through spending more time in that position, working on different shapes. If you've done last week's, great. I'm going to change a couple of them up, different exercises in the squat, just with like progressions to make it a bit different. If you haven't done last week's, I suggest going back and trying that one first, because it's a little bit easier than some of the ones we're having today. But if you want to go for it, great, absolutely fine, crack on. We'll get started. So, first one. Come down your squat, and all we're going to work on is just driving one knee out as far as we can, trying to keep the foot flat on the floor as best we can. Okay, so you might feel quite a big stretch in the bottom of your groin. And we just want to do 10 or so each side. Alright? So again, I'm just going to drive that knee out. Just working nice and steady. Second one is where it's going to get a little bit different. Right? So from there, we need to throw our hands back round to the side. So I'm going to put my left hand down first, lift my left leg, and I want to drop my right hand, drop myself to the floor, and then back to the squat. Right hand down to the right side, left hand up, down, and back up. Right? So eventually I'm going to start trying to speed this up, and then it flow nice and smooth. Alright? Each time coming back to the squat. Alright? Again, 10 each side. Next, we've got a nice easier one, so from there, all we're going to do is just lift the hips up slightly, chest up. We're just going to reach out in front as far as we can, and then come back. So on this one, you can let the hips lift up. So as I reach forward, let the hips come up, and then come back down and drive them up, right? So 10 big reaches out as far as you can, and back down, okay? Then we've got one of my favourites, which is a little bit silly. So we're going to work on moving a little bit laterally, but as we do this, we're going to come up, take one hand to face backwards behind you, push up on that side, follow the other hand, and just lift up to there. If it feels comfortable and you're confident enough, what we can work on is adding a little jump. So we'll come round, jump, and then back down. Okay, so you come back to your squat each time. I haven't got enough room in here for you quite from the middle, but if you can, you want to change side to side. So from there, hands back, jump, back down, that's the balance a little bit, back to the squat. So change, up, jump, back down, to your squat, up, jump, back down, to your squat. 10 each side again, alright? Next one. It's a little variation from what we did last week when we were reaching out in front. We're going to try and go with both legs, up and back. So a little bit of control, a little bit of stability, and back. Don't worry if it's not the same time. We're just trying to work on building that control, work on coming back to the squat every time. Alright? And that's it for today. By the time you've done all them, your legs are going to be absolutely killing. Right? Your quads will be burning, hips will be burning, but it's going to help build up that strength and depth and your mobility. Alright? So have a go. Let me see your attempts for the candlestick rolls, post them in the group. Yeah.